You're a battery, and every single day you willingly plug yourself into a system that's designed to drain you. Your phone, your social media feed, even your job, they aren't just little distractions. They're the invisible bars of a prison built to keep you scrolling, consuming, and compliant. But what if I told you the key to breaking out isn't some sci-fi fantasy? What if the key is already in your own mind? You know the feeling, right? That low-grade buzz of anxiety, the sense that your time isn't really your own, that constant pull toward a glowing screen. You tell yourself, hey, it's just modern life, but it's so much more than that. It's no wonder the Matrix felt so real to so many people. It's a perfect metaphor for how we live now, plugged into systems of control we don't even see. We're living in a reality that's been built for us, not with code, but with algorithms, notifications, and performance reviews. Your phone is the main terminal. That endless scroll, it's a digital tranquilizer, giving you just enough of a dopamine hit to keep you swiping, but never, ever enough to feel satisfied. Your social media feed is a beautifully curated illusion, a highlight reel of everyone else's life that's engineered to leave you feeling like you're not enough. And your job? For many of us, that's the ultimate justification for it all. You trade your most valuable assets, your time and your attention, for a paycheck, serving a larger machine whose goals probably have nothing to do with your own. This isn't some grand conspiracy, it's just good business. You haven't just been distracted, you've been harvested. This system wasn't an accident, it's a design. They call it the attention economy, and its business model is simple. Capture your focus and sell it to the highest bidder. If the product is free, you're not the customer, you're the product. Think about the architecture of this prison, the infinite scroll, the push notifications, the like button. These aren't just features, they're weapons of mass distraction. They're built to exploit your brain's natural desire for novelty and connection, creating a dopamine loop that's incredibly hard to escape. And it's working. While exact numbers are debated, research consistently shows our ability to maintain deep, sustained focus is plummeting in the face of constant digital interruptions. We've been rewired for distraction, and the cost is staggering. It's the book you never wrote, the business you never started, the real conversation you skipped because you were too busy refreshing a feed. It's that feeling of living in a mental fog, where your own desires feel manufactured and your goals are just the latest trend. You're a battery, powering a machine that gives you just enough stimulation to stay plugged in, while it quietly drains your power for deep thought, real connection, and the freedom to choose your own path. But here's the good news. The moment you see the architecture of the prison, you also find the blueprint for your escape. And it doesn't mean you have to smash your phone and run off to live in the woods. It just requires a shift in your thinking. It requires you to go to war for your own mind. Breaking out of this digital cage takes more than just a weekend detox. It demands a whole new philosophy for how you live. Here are 3 philosophical hacks to start taking back your mind. Hack number 1, the attentional uprising. First, you have to declare sovereignty over your own attention. This is the big idea behind digital minimalism, a philosophy that's not about hating technology, but about using it on your own terms. The practical steps are a good place to start. Turn off all non-human notifications, switch your phone to grayscale, schedule your screen time. But the philosophy is what makes it stick. You have to truly believe that your attention is the most valuable thing you own. Every second you give it away to an algorithm is a piece of your life you will never get back. When you reclaim your attention, you stop being a passive consumer of reality and you start being an active participant in your own life. You notice the world again, the expressions on a friend's face, the taste of your coffee, the flow of your own thoughts. It's not a small tweak, it's a revolution. Just think about it for a second. If you reclaimed just 2 hours from mindless scrolling every day, what would you do with that time? What amazing goal have you put off because you don't have time? Let that sink in. Hack number 2, escape the productivity cult. The The second hack is to find your identity outside of the system. We live in a culture that is obsessed with measuring everything: your job title, your salary, your KPIs. We're taught from a young age that our worth is tied directly to our productivity. Your role becomes who you are. To break free, you have to see that for what it is, just one story. Your job is a role you play. It is not you. Escaping the productivity cult means deliberately doing things that are meaningful for their own sake, not because they'll make you money or look good on a resume. Learn an instrument, master a craft, get lost in a book, volunteer. These things don't produce a quarterly report, but they produce something far more valuable: a sense of purpose and self-worth that is entirely your own. You build a foundation so solid that the system's shallow metrics of success can't touch you. Hack number 3, build your own simulation. The final hack is to become the architect of your own reality. See, we don't experience the world directly. Our brains build a version of it based on the information we feed them. For most people, that construction project has been outsourced to algorithms. Your news feed, your recommended videos, they all work together to build a simulation for you, designed to keep you watching and clicking. Building your own simulation means you're taking that job back. It means becoming fiercely intentional about your inputs. Instead of passively consuming whatever the algorithm feeds you, you actively curate your world. Choose to read books that challenge you. Choose to have deep, undistracted conversations with people who inspire you. Choose to spend time in nature. Choose to be bored and let your own mind come up with the entertainment for once. This is the ultimate act of rebellion. You are consciously choosing the data that builds your mental world. You are deciding what's important, what's true, and what's valuable. In doing so, you start to bend reality to match your values, not the values of a system designed to use you. So, what does it actually feel like to unplug? At first, it's weird. You'll feel a phantom itch to check your phone. But then, something amazing happens. The fog starts to lift. A mental quiet you haven't felt in years begins to settle in. Your thoughts are no longer a fragmented mess of headlines and hot takes. They're just yours. You rediscover the simple joy of the offline world. You can get lost in a book, a project, or a walk without that nagging urge to post about it. Your relationships get deeper because you can finally offer someone the rare and beautiful gift of your undivided attention. This isn't a life without problems. It's a life where you finally have the mental space to actually solve them. It's the difference between a life of comfortable illusion and one of authentic, meaningful struggle. You stop being a battery and you become a creator, building a life of focus, freedom, and self-respect. You're at a crossroads. The blue pill is in your pocket. It's easy. Just pick up your phone, open an app, and slip back into the warm, numbing comfort of the Matrix. The noise will drown out the hard questions, and you can go on being a very productive battery. Or you can choose the red pill. You can choose to see the system for what it is and begin the difficult but deeply rewarding work of taking back your own mind. The tools are simple, but they demand a commitment. Reclaim your attention. Redefine your purpose. Build your own reality. The choice, as always, is yours. If this resonated with you and you want to keep going on this journey, subscribe to the channel. We have a lot more to talk about.